In this video I will show a map of the future project. This map will be very big. This map is a composition of the world. The level streaming. Now I group all levels. This is my next big project in which I will use assets from the road. This should be a separate product. But in which sets from the road will be used? Assets. It will be POC with buildings and roads. You can see that I am now loading 3 large landscapes. These levels are 3 landscapes that do not depend on each other, but you can easily move from one to another. Now I'll show you what it will look like. General large map. Created from separate pieces of landscape divided into pieces. More precisely, a large height map is divided into separate segments. Now I show you a general map. At the bottom right you will see a map that represents only the city. Bottom left is the area of the half year. So to speak, this is the desert or some other country roads. Top right is the semi-palooza terrain. Half city, half out of town. At the bottom right, the map is divided into pieces of 1 per 1 kilometer. Because there is a very dense urban environment, on the top right are 2 by 2 kilometers. On the left on the 2 maps there are also 2 by 2 kilometers. In the end it turns out that the bottom map on the right is divided into 1 per 1 kilometer. It's only because it's a very dense city. RoadPack was created essentially to create a large global map. This was my ambitious goal. That's why optimization is important to me too. I will show you the video how I set it up and blank for the next project. Now let's see what it will look like in the game engine. It takes a long time to load because I am loading almost 20 by 20 kilometers. Now I will hide the fog and you will see. Card sizes. Game world dimensions. Let's see how many resources it took besides the fact that I have Google Chrome open. Three gigabytes occupied video memory. 25 gigabytes video RAM. This is because Google Chrome is still open. Before this I measured much less. While most of the level is loaded into RAM. Now I'll launch the game and you'll see how well it can be optimized using level streaming. Before that, I'll show you how the structure of the world works. Look at the world settings included composition. You can also see what is here. There are 3 landscapes. I'm lying 4. They are independently imported. Each one is created from a height map. Imported court. Imported landscape. Each level, each landscape has a sublevel. Level bounce. Each landscape has a separate material created so you can apply unique textures to it. You can see how it works. Now I will launch game mode. We see that only the level below me is loading. But the disadvantage of this method is very strong freezes when it's faltering. When the next level is loaded, this will be especially noticeable if you are loading the next level of the urban environment. Here you can see the Huawei that I created. Freeway that I created for this map. More precisely for one of the sectors. This is a freeway similar to the one used in Los Angeles. A little later I will record a video of how create a similar landscape. More precisely freeway. Now I will tell you some features of creating splines if you use world composition. First important point. And last. All splines must end. Must end. On the borders. On the next piece of terrain you need to start a new spline. To do this you just need to load it. Just double-click on it. After which we create a new spline there, which should also end at the boundaries of this sector. Then this spline will be hidden at a distance. Because I don't know how this spline works. When to use world composition. He may or may not be hiding at a distance. But this does not exclude rendering settings from distance, which is in the spline settings. Well, I still recommend finishing the plan at the level boundaries. Here I choose the landscape. That is, you can configure hiding. Spline or world composition method. Level Bondone. Level bounce. Are this setting for drawing the distance? Well, I still recommend the first method. More precisely the second. Now you will see how it hides. Or let's move to the next sector of the same city and see. In this way we reach high. We achieve high optimization. And at the same time we can make high detail. You see that there is one sector here per 1 kilometer. If for the city this is the most ideal size. The whole map is a size. A little less than 20 by 20 kilometers. Each individual landscape has an area. If I'm not mistaken, 64 square kilometers. That's a hell of a lot. Well, this is a project that will take a very long time to complete. Using road by. Using the road by. The translator is dumb. This is the part. Something like Miami. This is the mixed part. They can be like city people here. Urban area. Also Zagorodnaya. Don't be stupid, translator. You can also see how I added here. Building. They are sublevels. So far this method of creation I think is the most correct if you want to create a large map. How to use separately created pieces for this. Unique elements. It will be even longer. In this video I introduced you to how to create large worlds in my future project. Thank you for watching. In the next video I will record how to create such a freeway.